Title: Shadows of Chicago. Once upon a time in the bustling city of Chicago, during the roaring 1920s, a notorious figure named Al Capone held the city in the palm of his hand. The son of Italian immigrants, Capone was a man of ambition and ruthlessness, and he rose through the ranks of organized crime with unprecedented speed. Capone's empire revolved around bootlegging, gambling, and other illegal activities that flourished during the era of Prohibition. The streets of Chicago became his playground, and his reputation for violence and fear grew with each passing day. As his power grew, so did his control over the city's illegal alcohol trade. Capone ran a vast network of speakeasies and distilleries, ensuring that the city's thirst for alcohol was always quenched. His influence extended to the police, politicians, and even judges, who were either bribed or intimidated into turning a blind eye to his activities. The legend of Capone's rule spread far and wide, but it was also marked by bloodshed. Rival gangs dared not challenge him, for they knew the consequences would be severe. Capone's most infamous act was the St. Valentine's Day Massacre in 1929, where he orchestrated the execution of 7 members of a rival gang, leaving a chilling message for anyone who dared defy him. But the rise to power was not without its consequences. The federal government, alarmed by Capone's brazen criminal activities, set its sights on bringing him down. A young, ambitious Treasury agent named Eliot Ness was determined to bring the untouchable Capone to justice. Ness assembled a team of incorruptible agents known as the Untouchables and embarked on a relentless pursuit of Capone and his associates. The battle between Capone and Ness became legendary as the city of Chicago watched with bated breath. Capone, confident in his invincibility, underestimated the determination of Ness and his team. One by one, they dismantled his operations, raided his breweries, and put his lieutenants behind bars. Capone's empire began to crumble, and the once feared kingpin found himself on the defensive. Finally, in 1931, Capone's reign of terror came to an end. He was arrested and charged with tax evasion, a seemingly small crime compared to his long list of atrocities. However, it was this charge that ultimately brought him down, and he was sentenced to prison. Behind bars, Capone became a shadow of his former self. Stripped of his power, he was no longer the feared king of Chicago. The once mighty gangster now faced the consequences of his actions. Years later, Al Capone was released from prison, a broken man. His health deteriorated, and he spent his remaining days quietly in Florida. The story of his rise and fall served as a cautionary tale, a reminder of the fleeting nature of power and the price one pays for a life steeped in crime. And so the legend of Al Capone lives on in the annals of American history, a symbol of the dark allure and destructive power that can be achieved by those who choose to live outside the law.